close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Good morning. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing today? I hope that we're having a good morning so far. Tilray started moving a little bit today. I like to see it. No bell. What's up, Jake? I know. What's happening right now? I was noticing that there was a big problem going on with the internet. I hope that everything's okay. Sorry about that. If there's any errors right now, I do apologize. There is definitely some drop frames happening. What's up, Tangy? Says energy fuels exploding this morning, moving above $12. That is quite the breakout of the $12.20 right here. Love this overall move by Energy Fuels. Wow, Tangy. 12.4%. That is insane. I hope everything's okay now. Is everything all good, Jake? Did it fix itself? Adrian says Tilray. TLRY. Nice pop today, 9.3%. Tangy Man says bonkers. Getting some wild action so far today. Neo, just under Tilray on the watch list in third place, up 7.7%. Very nice, running up to 6.67, 6.70. Boom. Oklo. There we go, $75.45, $76. Jake said, so far, I think that we're okay. Let's go. All good, all good. Good morning, Huncho, Chase, Jason, Tiger Woo, Jake, Autumn, Christian, My Views, Tangy Man, Adrian. Yo, Adrian. I had to. CGC kind of following along with Tilray, but not the best PA. It is up a little bit. Hey, Jason's liking Energy Fuels. Like to hear that. Like to hear that. My microphone mount started acting up today before the stream and tried to fix that. What's up, Mr. Disco? Ariel said, sup, boys. I was making a smoothie. What kind? Gosh, the smoothie sounds good right now. I might have to drive to Smoothie King after the stream. Jake said, so far, I think that we're okay. Good, good, good. If anything else happens, definitely let me know. My computer keeps telling me that there's drop frames here on the stream. So again, I apologize for anything weird going on today. I don't know what's happening. That's pretty insane. Let's go check PDD, which is popping off pretty well at open here. Wild berry and banana. Oh my gosh. Sounds like heaven right now. Autumn says, what's going on with Trump and the Fed? LOL. It's all over the news, but doesn't seem to be moving anything really. Trump's always saying something about the Fed. What did he say today? I didn't even see it. Was he actually saying some stuff about the Feds today? If so, we are going to be investigating it. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about Cook. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking about Lisa Cook. I thought something new came out. Oh, I didn't know you meant that. Yeah, there's been a few things there going on with Lisa Cook. She said she won't resign. There was some stuff that could have happened there, but again, you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. A lot of what ifs on that situation. I know they were looking at her for like some fraud or something, and it's not totally clear yet. Well, he says he did. Again, I don't know that there's legality there. Like Lisa Cook says that there's no legality there. Apparently Trump did relieve her, but it's a strange situation, isn't it? Here, look at the paper. Dear Governor Cook, as set forth. Wow, that's crazy. I have determined that faithfully executing the law requires your immediate removal from office. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Signed, Donald Trump. Pretty crazy. That's a crazy situation there. Again, I don't know the total legality. I don't know if she's going to get back in. That's a tough one. Jake said cook. Past tense. Cooked. Cook got cooked. That is a pretty crazy situation. That's going to be a pretty big topic for the day today, I'm sure. Again, the market's not really moving too much from it, which is fine. I don't think the market needs to freak out about Lisa Cook or anything like that, so we're all good there. How embarrassing, Autumn said. Your resignation letter just posted publicly. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? SPY up to 642.80. Nice resistance here this morning, right in front of 643. She's a Fed governor, Mr. Disco. Tesla pulling back very hard. Nice double bottom this morning around 344. Keep your eyes on that. Good support level there. Could be an opportunity to try to play Tesla on a bounce of that support. It held very well in pre-market. It held well here at open. It just got very close and started to move again. Might be seeing a better move come into play here. What's up, Rick? Good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a good one. Hope everyone out there is having a good day so far. A lot of wild price action out there ahead of the key NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. That is going to be an insane report, guys. I know that you guys already know, but my gosh, NVIDIA, the biggest company in the entire market, reporting earnings tomorrow. That is nuts. Watch the overhead resistance. It's right around all-time highs, too. If we have good earnings, it could easily push us up to all-time highs, if not way past here. Chase having a terrible day. What happened, Chase? Let me know really quick. I'm going to go grab some water. Sorry about that. I ran out already. All right. Sorry about that. Got the high quality H2O, as they say. Apple pulling back a little bit. 225. Coming up here in a minute. NVIDIA pulling back. Seeing a little bit of pullback out of the Mag 7. Every single one is red except for Tesla. Granted, Microsoft's break even, but it's technically red by 0.005 right now. Kind of weird. Chase said, something is really wrong. When I close my eyes, I can't see anything. It's just black when I close my eyes. Mason goes, what are we going to do with him? Oh, gosh. Can Neo decide if it wants to... Can Neo decide what it wants to do, please? Optimus Swine says. NIO. A lot of wild PA on that one lately. Great movement, though, out of the daily flag setup. That was a great setup on the daily, and also amazing breakout that ended up coming into play, too. Rick said, can you bookmap RTX? Sure thing. Pull it up real fast. Let me get some of these book maps off of here. Got too many opened up. All right, RTX, here we go. It's like 160 is a pretty big sell wall. Even this range right around 158 was a pretty big sell wall too. Granted, it broke it though today. Filled it up. These sell walls aren't that insane either. We're talking like 9,000 shares. Granted though, RTX is not an NVIDIA, not an Apple, nothing like that. So a lot different there. Check on the solar stocks today. FSLR. Right around $200. Enphase moving higher today. Enphase is on fire here in the short term. Looking at the daily, they are recovering up in a pretty good way. Big money play called out back in June on this one. Wednesday, June 25th. How do you guys like the weed stocks, though? I know they ran up again today, but ended up falling from open. Poor Tilray pulling back to yesterday's close. Back under $1.50, which is a bit negative, actually. Nobody wants to see that if you're trying to scalp something today. Guess you could scalp it down, but no fun here. Going to the watch list. DJT. Really? Trump media ran up in pre-market. No shot. Why'd they move so much? Oh. Forms partnership with Crypto.com. Whoa, guys. DJT, Trump Media and Technology, forms partnership with Crypto.com. This is actually kind of insane. And they even did other stuff, but CRO, is that Crypto.com? No, Kronos blockchain ecosystem. That is weird, guys. CRO. They're making moves today at DJT. Yeah. Trump Media partners with Crypto.com to integrate CRO token and digital wallet on Truth Social. Launch $105 million CRO treasury. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but my gosh, it's getting some movement. $6.4 billion deal, they're saying. Sheesh. DJT up 3.6%. Now, they did pull back at open. Again, I don't know. I don't follow crypto that close. CRO. Digital asset. The Kronos ecosystem. CRO. Kronos. Again, I don't deal with the crypto that much. Kronos. That's a weird one. CRO USD popped a lot today from 16 cents up to around 20 cents or so. Looking at the daily, CRO has been actually moving in a pretty good way. This is pretty wild, guys. 163% from July. Crazy candle today. CRO USD. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard of it before today. Chasen said, I just like edibles. Did you guys see the South Park episode where they talked about Trump? The big topic was rescheduling the MJ, of course. Jake said BTC at a low. BTC USD moving down $109,000. That's a big support coming up. You know, BTC could end up bouncing here. This is a big area of support. I would expect it to maybe bounce here. If it was going to bounce anywhere, it would be somewhere close to here. Lucid finally moving, Automast. Lucid's actually holding support very well. Look at that daily support on Lucid. This is one of the better support bounces and support setups that I've seen in a little while. It almost reminds me of good old Intel. You guys know Intel? Note this support range. Look at Intel's support range. Very similar range. Poor Intel staying within their range lately. Been waiting for a break of this range for a long time. Maybe it'll come with some more hype from the government or something like that. I could see that. Lucid, though. Very good bounce today. They are going to be splitting a 1 for 10 reverse split coming out. Oh no. They're reverse splitting September 2nd. Wow. That's pretty rough, guys. CGC did a 1 for 10 reverse split too. Has died since then. Obviously, two different sectors, was just showing you how it looked like the same. OPAD might better next open door. Or is that, oh, might be the next open door. Yeah, OPAD. Wow, OPAD 4.28. They bounced off $1. What a support. That is a pretty good support on OPAD. $1 per share. Amazing bounce there. Tom Lee better focus on BMNR. Are you in BMNR, Jake? Some analysis for what it would take to get to $13. Today, for you, it's going to be a game of momentum to get to 13. It's obviously on fire from open. It has consolidated here a little bit, but it's up 13% on the day. It's in a good setup. Now, analysis to 13, I mean, really, the main thing right here is going to be, okay, are you already up on UUUU? If you're up, you're in the driver's seat. So you can essentially take some profits and then hold for a further move today, which could be awesome. Now, if we start to see a big pullback underneath like 12, 15, maybe even $12, that's where like I would look to start cutting on UUUU if there was a pullback that started to happen. It is up quite a bit today, so keep that in mind. But I love the setup. I actually like the way it's trying to bounce again off support, almost double bottoming at the support, which is really solid there. Now we got to see the book map though. Oh, I'm already on it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of sell walls here. 1250 is a pretty decent sell wall that came in today, but there is a lot of buyers underneath around like 12 and 1195. Those are pretty good stacks down there. $24,145. $15 resistance. 24K shares up there. 15 would be beautiful today out of Energy Fuels, but again, $15 would be pretty tough as well. It'd be pretty rare to see a move up to there. Wow, what a daily breakout though. Energy Fuels, I love it. SoFi moving a little bit this morning, but pulled back. Tried to get a run going at open, could not sustain any good price action there. Tessie coming up to test 350 here. Held their lower area of support around 344 from pre-market and looking pretty solid today. Obvious resistance here overhead that they keep rejecting at around 349. Pull up some NVIDIA book map real quick. Pull up a Tessie. Pretty crazy. Look at $350 on Tesla. 353,000 shares stacked up. This is a critical area of resistance. We looked at this one last night on the live. No problem, Jason. Thank you, sir. Autumn says, I was wondering why the big money made that Lucid play because the reverse split was announced. Before that popped up, what were they thinking exactly? They could be looking at, like, some positivity with it off support, really. It was a pretty weird buy, though, I thought, especially being so high like Lucid was. Now, whenever Lucid was moving up there, it seemed pretty advantageous for the big money to be in that. Now, at the end of the day, what could have been going on, Autumn, it could have been shorted calls, covered calls. They could have just shorted them to open, sold to open. As you know, that's always a possibility, and it was out of the money a little bit, so, and also they were targeting resistance, so it could be that they were doing covered calls there. Could just be sitting in the driver's seat, but let me actually pull it up, double check to make sure that they're in. Yep, still in the play. Makes me really think that they shorted those. Sometimes that's the case. Now, Lucid at that time had some crazy price action. A lot of times the big money might try to follow along with that price action and, try to follow it to the upside. In that case, unfortunately, it looks like that one did not work out. And that happens. That's why being risk averse is a big deal. Jake said they're probably looking at being delisted if they didn't reverse split. Yeah, exactly. Yep. There's a lot of reasons why companies are kind of forced to do reverse splits. Either way, though, Lucid is holding support very well. Hell yeah, Autumn. It's a fun setup. It's a fun setup right now. SPY right at resistance. Straddling resistance closely. This was actually a big level from yesterday in after hours. And even the past few days, this resistance here around 642.80 to 643 is critical. Keeps coming into play. My view says ARM calls. ARM. On fire today. I like that 140 breakout on ARM. ARM's really moving here. Kind of like Friday, actually. Maybe 140, 150, 142 resistance comes into play. Fab says ASTS is fun. Oh, there we go. They had a nice move yesterday, continuing up 5.54%. That is a great run by ASTS if you're looking for momentum out there. ASTS has it as well. Looking at the daily, ASTS is getting close to resistance, though. How about TEM, Tempest AI? Tempest. Not getting any action today. Nancy Pelosi's going to be pissed. PANW. Palo Alto. Consolidating really hard here over the past couple weeks. I've been watching and waiting for a potential breakout. Looks like that could be coming into play here soon. It's starting to break above the trend of lower highs. Very interesting. By PANW. Ryan said Rocket Labs on a heater. Man, a lot of growth stocks are killing it today. Just destroying it out there. Open Door. Another 11% move today. Up over $5 again. Man, Open Doors. Been, I would say, really exciting lately. This is one of the more popular stocks that has been gaining a lot of traction in the market. DraftKings with a nice move today. 47.43 coming up. They're coming to Missouri. FanDuel is too. Let me go see the QQQ really fast. 569, 570. That's a beautiful support there coming in.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now.
That's usually what they recommend, Whack. Tom, when day trading call/put options, is it best to stick in the money and at the money for higher win rates, even if it means profits are a little less? Yes. I think that's actually a really smart thing to do. Now, a lot of traders don't do that because I don't think a lot of traders, understand. But, yeah, I would stick in the money, at the money, something very close to at the money. You can go a little bit out of the money sometimes, so, don't think that it's that crazy. But, yeah, overall, it's pretty smart. I like it. I like your thinking there. Now, if you're doing super short-term trades, let's say something that expires this week, sticking right around the money is totally good. Now, I know that, if you start to look at longer-term trades, I know some people you can go out of the money a little bit more, but, again, you need to have a solid thesis there, and you need to have some pretty good confidence that that stock is going to start moving in your direction, because if you go out of the money and the stock does not move in your direction, you are essentially screwed. So, just something to think about. Midday scalp of UUU calls for an easy $60. Quick 5-minute adventure, Tangi said. Getting in on Energy Fuels. All the way up to 13. It got there almost. Whoever asked earlier if it was going to get to 13, it got it done. Wow, that's awesome, Weck. Yeah, I'm glad that you were doing those reviews. That's a smart thing to do. You know, looking at some data overall, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Sorry, guys. Dealing with a couple things in the background here. Dot is asking if Energy Fuels is actually creating revenue. Let's go see. Looks like their income is in the negative by about 93 million, so not very awesome right now. Their profit margins are minus 143%, operating margins minus 131%, gross margins minus 7.9%. Not the best. Market cap 2.8 billion. Again, though, that doesn't totally matter. I know it does. But Energy Fuels is explosive here. Up to 13. This has been a wild run for Energy Fuels. My gosh, Tangi, man. Wow. My view said for scalping, day trading, at the money and slightly out of the money will give you the best results. If you don't believe me, open any options chain for a stock that has moved today and see which strikes. Again, though, my views, just because that the strikes moved, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's better to trade those. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that just because the stocks happen to move more on something that you saw that moved. Because look, if it happens to not go your way, or let's say that there's just a little bit of volatility before it goes your way, you might get pushed out of the trade, right? Unless you're just bag holding. But again, that's not smart to do. So a lot of people have that mentality, but I think it's a bit flawed, I would say, in the thinking. Oh, wow, Ryan had to refresh it 3 times. Sorry, Ryan, it could be me, man. It could be my internet. I hope my view said it's all good. But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, my views. And, you know, if your thesis is correct and you are scalping, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but obviously each situation's a little different too. Like if you're scalping and you consider like $15 just slightly out the money, or 14, I think that's a lot different, right, than looking at something like Tesla and saying that like 350 is out of the money. You know, it's a lot lower of a percentage on Tesla, you know, so it definitely matters like what stock you're looking at too. Like 350 would be totally fine on Tesla, like slightly out of the money, and if we start to rise, that would be totally fine. But on like you know, if you consider like 14 or 15 slightly out of the money, again, that is a little far. So it comes down to really like what you're trading. Obviously, each stock and each options chain is slightly different, but I would say I agree, but there could be some people that take that the wrong way. Frost said, is it going in and out for anyone else? Yes, it is. Demir forgot to set his alarm. But so far, the market looks pretty choppy, so I guess it paid off to get extra shut-eyes. That's pretty funny. Let's go back to NVIDIA really fast. Sitting right around 180. Pretty big level. Wax said, so basically sounds like at the money is definitely good for balance and profit and volatility managing. Yeah, it definitely is, Wack. I would say it's one of the better balanced ways to look at it, for sure. I think it's nuts how a lot of traders out there try to go for, let's say they go for some like out of the money options that cost like $5 or something. You know, they're like going for like 0.05. Like, my gosh. I've seen some wild stuff. Gotcha, my views. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I like it. I just have to be careful because if I start saying that, people are going to go nuts with like out of the money options, you know? So it's gotta, you know, you just gotta watch like how you word it a little bit. At least I do. Gotta clarify it, right? Or people are gonna go nuts. Angie just said that Energy Fuels broke $13. Continuing to show its strength. My gosh, nuclear energy stocks and stocks of that nature are just blasting off today. Even like SMR, even trying to move a little bit. Oklo, moving pretty well, but I just can't even believe you. What a run. Go check on SMR on like a 5-minute chart, see how we're moving. Pretty good run up to around 38. Not bad, not bad. Watch $40 resistance overhead, 42 coming up as well. Candy said, yeah, I'm up bigly today. Had to use bigly again. I like it. We're going to continue off of yesterday now. Lots of biglies. Out of arm calls. Got a decent scalp out of it. Nice, my views. Arm looks pretty solid today. Like how it's at resistance. Trying to break through actually as well. Plays today, STO, IBIT. You're selling to open, IBIT 59 puts. 9/26. Let's go analyze that. 59 strike puts for 9/26. IBIT, Bitcoin ETF, 59 puts. You're picking a really good support to do it at, I gotta say. Right around 62 here is critical on IBIT. I like the 59. Let's see. So you're going to hold for about a month. Get a pretty good premium, I guess. $1.28. Interesting setup here with IBIT. It's been dipping the past like couple of weeks. So you're picking a good dip to do it on. Like the support. If the support gives out, things will start to look a little rough for you. But again, you're at 59, which is still pretty solid. A few dollars out of the money. I like it. Very nice. UEC is also up, about to crack $11. I'm hunting to get a sign. There we go. UEC is moving, Tangy. Wow, Uranium Energy Corp, UEC. Following along with a lot of these nuclear stocks. 6%. What a jump by UEC. This is actually wild to see. I will never not use bigly in conversation wherever it might be applied. Gotta love Bigley. 350 on Tesla, consolidating really hard. I know that one's not getting a lot of action, but SPY just started breaking out above 642.80, 643. There we go, SPY coming back up a little bit after that consolidation this morning. I like this setup on the SPY. It almost seems like a flag setup, or nonetheless just straight up consolidation for a better move to come through here soon. I'm definitely waiting for it. SPY could get to 650 here. Make a new all-time high. Run up a couple bucks. Maybe NVIDIA earnings can help. Obviously, that's going to be a very big deal. I just saw that, Mason. He said, what about Ryan, this copycat? That's pretty funny. I didn't know what he meant at first, but now I see. That's pretty neat. Be cool if they let you do custom ones or something. That'd be... NVIDIA today. Back and forth, but huge drop and great recovery now as well. Yahoo shows slightly less NVIDIA earnings. What do you mean by slightly less on there, Jake? A little curious. Ryan said, get ready to throw my Discord profile right on that trophy. That's funny. For those of you that don't know, we're doing a stocked up fantasy football. We'll be going over it every week. I guess Monday morning's a good time. Hey, so guys, I gotta hear this. Does fantasy football, does the Monday games, do those count for the next Sunday, or do they count for the Sunday that you just passed? I'm curious, or for the week that you just went through. I'm curious. Oh no, not a last place punishment. So the Monday games are for the Sunday that you just passed. Okay. New week starts with a Thursday game. Okay, okay. Last place has to sing a song for the winner. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know that I could commit to that, guys. Palantir back to 160 almost. PLTR explosive, 159, 159.50 coming up. Up 1.3% today, not even close to its average percent rise, which is 2.9% over the past year. A lot of big candles on Palantir, but I like to see it moving like this. This is solid. Solid price action. I better win. I'm having my friend help me. I'm technically cheating, I think. I don't even know. It's not cheating, but we're tag teaming it. I had to call in the professionals. I'm glad to see Palantir PA moderate. Now if I come in last, I should have like double the punishment or something. My friend will have to do it with me, whatever the punishment is, that's for sure. He said statistically it should be Hunter. I'd love to see him sing. That'd be a good one. Klaus said, what's going on with Intel? INTC. It's consolidating and falling quite hard. You know, yesterday there was actually some news that came out that Intel said that it hurts them for the government to take this stake. I think it said it hurts revenue or hurts profit or something like of that nature. So just something to think about there. Combine the dance with 24 hours Waffle House trip. Oh no. Waffle House. Eating there is a punishment, I'll say. It's pretty fire though, I gotta give it credit. Whenever I was like 16, I used to go there every Saturday with my girlfriend. Who's now my fiance. But wow, Mason, you have to go 4 hours? There's no Waffle Houses up there? That's insane. Intel, very nice resistance. 2650 though, rejecting pretty hard. I know it's a stock that's had a lot of attention lately, especially with the government taking that 10% stake. That's pretty insane, but nonetheless, they did fall the past couple trading days, so a little bit negative there. Maiden said the nearest one is Indianapolis, but he's checking. There's probably one in like the middle of nowhere that you've never heard about. Tashana's closest one is an hour away. Dang. That's crazy. By me, it's like, there's like one every 10 minutes. It's crazy. Aller said, what happens with the market data, or what happened? Yeah, the market data that came out today is not anything that I don't think was too concerning. Durable goods ended up coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. If we go to the SPY, we can see that at 8:30, there wasn't really like that much price action, right? Came out 1 hour before the market opened, so not a ton of price action there. I don't think that the market really reacted much to that. And again, especially coming off of last week with Jackson Hole and with all of the crazy things happening lately, and especially NVIDIA earnings, it's getting overshadowed. It was durable goods orders. It ended up coming in at 2.8%. Forecast was negative 2.5. Consensus -4. So, yeah, just came in pretty close to expectation. Didn't really surprise enough to move markets. Now, the GDP growth rate coming out Thursday and then Friday with the PCE and personal income, personal spending, I think that Thursday and Friday's data will be a lot more impactful on the stock market. A lot more impactful. Wow, it's 3 hours and 45 minutes for Mason. Collinsville, wow. You could almost drive to St. Louis and get one for that long, Mason, right? Let's see how far of a drive it is to Chicago from here. Oh, it's like 5 hours. Never mind. Never mind. My gosh, the map just tells me that Chicago has so much traffic. It looks terrible. I take Highway 55 all the way there. That's hilarious. Chase said put one in Gillette. I was just looking at the map, and that that town is like the one that popped up for me. That's funny. Check off topic, Chase said. Let's see. 1 year after opening a Waffle House in Chicago. Oh no. Little Waffle House Lambo here. That's pretty funny. That thing looks ugly. I don't like those wheels at all. That's hilarious, though. What did you search to find that? Seriously. QQQ moving up quite well. I like the breakout today. I like the action. Slowing up a little bit now, though. SPY slowing up as well at the resistance from after hours yesterday. Going with a nice run. How's everybody doing today? I know Energy Fuels has been powering higher. Obviously, that was a fun player here today, but just curious. People are looking at. Oh my, Palantir, Demir said. PLTR, explosive. It broke through 160 again. All right. Maybe it'll push towards that high from yesterday, which is actually up more closer to 163. Solid action by Palantir, though. That's a pretty fire move. Down on DUK, down on KMI, up on all defense contractors. You like the defense stocks here. Moving pretty well today. That's fire. KMI. Kinder Morgan, 0.5%. At least it's not down a lot. ET. Energy Transfer. Pretty crazy company here at ET. Wild setup on ET. Forgot about this one, Tangy Man. DUK. Duke Energy, okay. It's wild how it sits in that big range, Tangy, but I know they pay a good dividend, don't they? Unless something switched, but they used to always be a big dividend payer, that's for sure. Let's see what it is now. It's sitting at, yeah, they pay 7.6% right now. That's pretty insane. Tesla's daily chart is pretty wild. Really waiting for that 350 breakout. It might come with NVDA if it ends up getting a good move tomorrow. A lot of consolidation here, a little double top action, but watch for it to break out the next few days. It's going to take some patience, but if you wait for the move and capitalize on it, it could be pretty awesome. NVIDIA right past 180 again. Looking at 181 coming up. See if it uses 180 as support now. It's starting to pull back right at the high of day, double topping again.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge.
Tessie, a lot of consolidation though. It's quite a bit. Looks like it's kind of coiling intraday. Checking in on Intel again. He's continuing to fall down, unfortunately. Gonna have to go back to energy fuels. A lot of good PA there today, but in consolidation mode now. Things up 18%. I don't think I would chase it too much more than this. Be a little careful chasing that there. Tangi just got, he said, hey, I got just under $1,000 in dividends this year. Most of them stocks I traded up and only have house money in. I love free money. Let's go. That's awesome. Stocks you traded up and holding with the house money. Love that, Tangi. You are in the driver's seat. That's sick. DJT had a good move this morning, especially in pre-market, but they did start to slow down. They had some news working with Crypto.com. Big partnership there. CHWY moving up 3.2%. A lot of good growth stock action today. Look at that. CHWY consistent, still moving too. NMAX 4.42%. Newsmax. That's pretty awesome here. Newsmax. I like to see a jump like this. Up 4.29%. That's pretty fire. Things I've been buying at perceived lows in hopes of more free money. Lockheed Martin, GWRS, UNP, UNH still adding to all four. Newsmax having some good intraday action here as we watch it. Sorry about that. I had to help somebody really fast. QQQ, good action today. Holding 571 now. This is a good hold. If it continues to hold this support here, there could be opportunity playing it back up. But if it falls under here, you'll have to cut. But really not a bad setup back up here on QQQ. SPY's in a similar setup, except it pulled under that support. It didn't hold, unfortunately. Haha. What's up, Pyro? How you doing? It's fun, man. What's up with Costco, Jesse James said. COST. Costco 920.
Everything changes.
Costco's falling back a little bit. Walmart's even falling back. We're seeing some pretty big pullbacks out of these retailers here in the short term. Not a good sign. Not the best sign to see. At least tech stocks are still moving up, but good old Walmart. Love to see it. Them and Costco might be providing some good buying opportunities here soon. I know that these stocks have gotten pretty overextended, but we'll see as they consolidate here where they get to. They're generally good stocks to dollar cost average into. Costco is a crazy company. A lot of pullbacks, though. Especially lately. Damn said, what do you think of Cap Division? Cap Division? I don't think I've heard of that one. CAPT? Let's see. I've never heard of Cap Division. Seems like they are dying right now. My gosh. I'd be really worried that this one pulls over harder. It is getting close to support. Pretty close, like 90 cents to $1, but yeah, that's pretty brutal right there. Very brutal. Alrighty, guys, we are going to call the stream there. Sorry about that. I have a lot of stuff to do in the background today. Hope everyone's had a good morning, though. You know, we had some good action with UUUU, one of the better stocks out there. Today, anyways, up 18%. My gosh. What a run there. NEO moving up as well. Pretty good runs here out of the overall market. CCJ. Jason took profits on it. Let's go, man. Lock it in. That's sick. Good stuff, Jason. I think it's a good spot. Even if UUU goes up more today, which I doubt it will. It's up a lot, but... Alrighty, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate everybody out there. Even the lurkers, for sure. We'll be live again tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll see the SPY have some better action tomorrow. No, it's a bit slow here today. NVIDIA will be reporting tomorrow night, so that'll be fun. But other than that, let's go. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. See ya.